What is up, Midway Mayhem fans? This is Dan, and we are checking back in from SeaWorld Orlando for yet another Sesame Street construction update, and to see if anything else is going on inside the park. Let's go! Well, one good thing to note right off the bat is in the past we have had two signs out here saying Shamu's Happy Harbor would be closed, and Infinity Falls was also closed. Well, guess what? The Infinity Falls one has been removed, and it's back in operation apparently. No wait to get through security or through the front entrance, and we are on our way. Well, new this week over here at the Dolphin Nursery is a work wall that now goes all the way around. So they've enclosed it so we can't get a really good view from here. Maybe from the Sky Tower we'll get a better view. But yes, work still continues on the Dolphin Nursery. Sky Tower, and it is currently open right now with only a 10-minute wait. And we can see admission is still $5 right now, unless you have a pass. See, proof, it's running.
Thank you. Animal rescue stories and gain a better understanding of the rich array of sea life with which we share our world's water park. Look for our signature ride, two awesome enclosed tube slides that send you speeding through a family ride. Connect with the colony above and below the water and be inspired to make a difference. Counter today to see how you can experience Discovery Cove and Aquatica. Mako is named for one of the ocean's fastest known sharks and reaches top speeds of 73 miles per hour along nearly a mile of track. If you look for the icy rocks that tower above SeaWorld, you'll see our epic attraction, Antarctica.
Of course, you know we're going to check up on Mako, and currently it has a 20-minute wait, but that's because it's only running one train. But yes, if you're here, I highly recommend a ride, as it's worth it. Well, a couple things to point out. We have switched back to Florida winter with highs somewhere in the 60s, but guess what? Infinity Falls is open, and we can see people on it right there. So that's good news, as it has been quite a while since we have seen the ride running while we've been inside the park. Alrighty guys, so here's a look at Sesame Street from the ground, and we just heard officially today that the opening date is going to be March 27th. So yes, grab the kiddos, grab your grandma and grandpa, and get down to Sesame Street because it officially opens March 27th. Just recently, some new posts have gone into the air, and we think these are going to be for banners, possibly even some lights. And check this out, we now have some signage on the outside of the building. It says Community Vet Center. Eventually, it looks like right here we're going to have a poster of some sorts or something, because there's some lights that are pointed directly on the wall here.
Set carefully off your seat picture and follow the arrows to the exit past the front of the line. If you
Covering for the train station is coming along very nicely, and it won't be too long before they wrap this up. And here we can see some of the fencing going up around the train station. Since our last update, a lot of new light fixtures have been added around the area, and it looks very nice. Several planters around the area are just about done, or we're waiting for horticulture to come in and finish up. More good news to report for Sesame as we have Big Bird's ride. Well, some of the ride vehicles are back, and it looks like we could have testing already going on or starting very, very soon. And here's a closer look at Grover, and we saw from the Sky Tower that a train was on the track just before the lift, and again we can see that here. Lots of attention to detail is now going on for the outside of the buildings, and we can see that here. So it may be hard to see, but behind the barricade is a very large plant or tree, and just down the road there's a few more. And again, more of those poles all over the place, with some speakers on there now, and eventually probably some lights. Something else important to note is the physical street that many of the guests are going to be walking on has been paved, and we can see that here. Where this building is going to be a snack stand, and just in front of it is going to be all the food trucks, including Cookie Monster's Cookie. As we can see here, there are still a few areas left that need concrete. Rebar is still in place. But yeah, not too much longer, March 27th, and everything will be wrapped up, and Sesame Street will officially be open here at SeaWorld Orlando. One other thing I did want to point out is apparently after hours, once guests have left the park, the parade floats have been making their rounds, and not just in Sesame Street. Apparently on the main midways, they've been doing some tests. Of course, hopefully we'll catch a view of them before we officially open, but we'll see. Don't forget, the Seven Seas Food Festival is still going on, and we can see some booths over here by Wild Arctic. Remember, the event is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Tons of great food and drink options. Best thing you can do, get a lanyard. Normally we wouldn't talk about Wild Arctic, but there's a small change over here that we want to show you. Alright, so here is the change. Over in this dining area for the Seven Seas Food Festival, well, we used to have some stuff right here in this open area. In fact, back on the wall, but it's all been removed. Now, it could just be they wanted to spruce things up eventually, or we might finally see some changes here to Wild Arctic. But again, you can see right there where they've covered some of the holes where we used to have an exhibit here. Just a little tidbit of info, the park has invited us out on Friday to actually try out the Seven Seas Food Festival, so we'll have a full tour and review coming out very soon. Nothing new really to report over here at one of the proposed sites for the 2020 roller coaster project coming to SeaWorld Orlando. Again, we told you in our last update, we thought it may be a Premier Rides roller coaster launched with inversions. We're thinking this is a good area as it may hop over this little bridge segment and go over towards the flamingos. And again, one of the bigger rumors is that Mango Joe's may close to make room for this new coaster. We shall see. Of course, we'll let you know if anything changes with the project. Still tons of great concerts happening here at the Bayside Stadium. Make sure to check out SeaWorld Orlando for times and who's actually playing. Well guys, that's going to do it for our video here from SeaWorld Orlando, and it's good to finally hear an official opening date of March 27th for Sesame Street. Of course, we saw the train for Grover out on the track. They've been doing some testing, and crews are wrapping everything up as it's very, very close to being all done. Of course, we're going to have more updates from here, so if you like what we do, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Midway Mayhem, and I will see you out on the Midway.